It says Tobin's Q ratio compares the market value, yada, yada, yada. All this mumbo jumbo. It says Tobin's Q rat in percent for randomly chosen companies in the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ are given below. So these are just random companies from both exchanges. So they're going to be independent. This is not the same as that. This is not the same as that. I assume. I did some research. I think you can be in both exchanges, but from the way he worded it, these are not the same company. These are just random companies from both exchanges. Some stock analysts believe that the average New York Stock Exchange QRAT is more than the average NASDAQ. So we'll take the average of this guy, we'll call this mu1. Take the average of this guy, we'll call this mu2. So the null is going to be that they're the same. And the alternative is going to be that New York is bigger. Whoops, I used that. Mu1 is larger than mu2. Okay, so since they're independent now, like in the last example, they were the same guy in both things. That's why we use the t-test. Here they're independent, so we're going to have to use a two-sample t-test. Okay, so you'll see the first thing I did was put my data in L1 and L2. Now I'm going to go to stat, two-sample t-test. My data L1 and L2, frequencies are 1 and 1. I'm trying to show that mu1 is greater than mu2, so that's good. Pooled, no, we're going to hit calculate. So I get a p-value of 0.5888 or 0.59. We double check to make sure those numbers are correct. I'm pretty sure they are, so I'm just going to like that. Two-sample t-test. Okay, so this is higher than alpha. So we fail to reject HO. So that says there is not sufficient evidence to show the average probability represent is higher than NASDAQ. Since these are independent, you use a two-sample t-test. Since the last one was non-independent, you used just a regular t-test. Okay, this says in a clinical study, a new drug for heart disease is being compared with an existing drug. After a carefully designed study, the results showed a p-value of 0.0001. Explain the meaning of the p-value. Should the new drug be used? Well, the p-value is how likely the new drug works given that it doesn't work. So basically, we're assuming this is true. So we'll assume H naught is true. The p-value is how likely our results are given the null is true. So since the p-value is so low, we can assume that the alternative is true. Since p-value is low, we can reject HO and assume HA is true. Thus, we should use the new drug. Whoops. And pardon my handwriting. Okay. Pretty straightforward. And I think that's it. That's all I want you to send me. If you want to send me more, please do.